I had a moment where the lights were really blinding and bright, and I was unsure if this was going to happen. But it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen because I said it was. I told you guys earlier whenever I was on here that I was going to hop on later this evening, probably like right before bed, late in the evening, and that I would do some late night tarot readings as the moon grows full. And indeed, it is growing full. It's going to be full on Monday. It's going to be a Pisces. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Sandy. Hello, Dee. As you guys know, I'm on StreamYard, so I can't see everybody that's in the chat. I can't see if you're from Instagram or Facebook or wherever all the other places are. I'm doing this from StreamYard, so I don't just see you because you're in the chat. You actually have to say something. So if you guys want to let me know what you're doing tonight, where you're at. You know, people ask all the time, how often do you shuffle, or how many times should you shuffle? I don't know. I think the people in the casino say at least 7 times, probability-wise, but hi, Callie. I do it until I feel like I'm done. I do it until I'm done. That's how it goes. Sandy, I'd like to ask if you see me finding a new job very soon. Ooh, well, you know, Pluto's in Capricorn right now. So there's a lot of huge things happening right now for promotion and job things. Carrie says, I'm in good old KC. Hey, Carrie, I might be in Kansas City soon, depending on how things go. So I'm reaching out. I've got a girlfriend of mine, Samantha. She's a new dance instructor in town at one of my favorite dance companies. So I want to reach out with her and go dancing on the rooftop. Maybe get some pictures of some people. I don't know, primarily to see my dad. But yes, you can get a card. So I got an offer last week, but the salary was not okay, so I turned it down. Good. Turn down things that aren't perfect. Right now is really kind of a special manifestation time where you kind of get to say, listen, this, and this. And if it's anything short of that, no. Period. And what's exciting is that I feel like the universe will provide. So, yes, Carrie, I will let you know. We can go get coffee or hang out. Lori Ann, hello. Okay. Callie, it's one of my favorite things to do. Hi, Monica. It's late, so I'm not as flamboyant or exaggerated as usual. I'll do my best. Let me have another sip of coffee. That's good for the body, right? Okay, here we go. I promise I'm not that crazy, right, Lene? Hey, there's another Kansas City person. Hi, Sarah. It's always a pleasure. Hello. Come out to Renfest. I'm actually working the Renfest up here in Minnesota. Same people that run the one in Kansas City, actually. So who knows? Depending on how that works, that might work. Okay, yeah, I feel like they're ready. They're like, we're ready. I don't really hear them, just so you know. If you're also out there in a tarot reader and you're not hearing your deck talk to you, you're not doing it wrong. Okay, I feel done. Yeah, I feel good about that. Okay, so who wanted a card first? Callie, I think you did, Callie. Because remember, guys, it's like vampirism. I need to have your permission. I mean, I can't take your soul unless you let me. You have to let me, right? So, Callie. So this is interesting, and I really like on a lot of these cards, I've already written in some of like the Psalms, the spell work, the incantations. And this is the Lord of Despair and Cruelty. That sounds good, right? The Nine of Swords, which I have a bad memory, but I think this may have been the card you got last time you did a reading. It has a lot of Mars. It has Gemini on it. It has a lot of energies. You'll see there is like a seraphim. Actually, it reminds me of, is it Big Man in Little China? No. Anyway, it's a 1980s really bad horror movie that has a spinning eyeball thing that is the bad guy. Dang. Hold on. It is Big Trouble in Little China, is what that is. Wow. You'll see it, maybe. Maybe I'm not completely crazy. Maybe you see Black Hole Sun. I don't know. But the Nine of Swords, 9 is anticipation. 9 is almost, right? 90%. And it's swords, so it's air. Right now we are in a lot of air energy. It's indicative of reputation, gossip, building information, not being 100% sure or certain if the information you're receiving is right. So being aware of like east and west and how the sun moves and how information travels and like, oh, Ricola, like who's yelling what from what mountaintop would be really important to know. The Lord of Despair and Cruelty sounds really bad, but it's really the end of the war or the battle, so to speak. So people are going to be really getting what they have asked for in a karmic space, and there might be an argument or a disagreement that comes to full resolution, and this is kind of stating that there's going to be some battling it out. If you're interested in the Psalms spell work that I have written on there in my pooey numericals. Does anyone remember the Golden Child movie with Eddie Murphy? I do. Yeah, I do, Dee. That's crazy. And someone else said Beastmaster, which, like, for the longest time, I wanted my name to be Kira because I thought that was the coolest name ever. And then I met someone recently in the last few years who has a daughter named Kira. And I was like, what? And they were like, what? And I was like, what? And they were like, Beastmaster. And I was like, yeah. It's really cool. Anyway, Steph, if you could have time, please get a card. Okay, Steph C. Boom. Remember, Madame Lenormand, and really in any framing, you want to think of what it is that you're wanting to know about Steph. Steph, this is like a resolution of emotion, intuitive energy. You're going to see all 10 cups. They're all kind of falling like water pools into each other. There's some lotus flowers. There's a lot of water lilies. There's some angels on here. The number 47, the Lord of Perfected Success. The 10 of Cups is complete, full resolution, conclusion, the 10, the double high five, right? Lene, no way, Kira! I love that. I love it. And this stuff is kind of like, we don't want to say the end, but this is like, ta-da! This is really, really great. Hi, Brianna. So, Ginger with investigations? Yeah. Hit that like button, guys. Absolutely. Look at you, Ginger. Mwah. Thank you. You're doing so well. The PR team with the Paranormal channel is fantastic. It's so crazy being on a part of a team like that with just amazing people throughout the community. I want you to look at this angel too, if you're interested in the Psalms or the spell work for you in the 10 of Cups, kind of being, look at, I chipped my fingernail polish today. Don't look at it. Shame, shame. Anyway, that's okay. I'm going to fix it soon. Scorpio. Venus is in Scorpio today. We're having a lot of Venus in Scorpio, like sensual, creative, the juices flowing kind of energy happening in the last day, 24 hours. So creative visions and things like that are extremely important right now. And the 10 would be like a culmination. So like pride and an accolade space, very important. So enjoy it and congratulations for whatever relationship or intuitive, empathetic connection that you've made there in that space stuff. Carrie. Boom. Carrie. Oh! Dang, she had to do me like that. Carrie. Okay. This card likes to be extra. This deck likes to be extra. Shelly, absolutely. Just keep reminding me because the chat moves. Okay. And the spirit of primal fire, the last judgment, Carrie. Man, I don't play with judgment. I really enjoy the Grim Reaper. He's one of my favorite archetypes, I think, because of the faceless when I'm working with psychopaths or I'm working with empathy. being able to read cues, verbal and nonverbal, eye contact. These things are really key. Judgment, the last judgment, the trumpets blazing. This is that, are you ready? If the time were now, if you were to be like, you know, do, 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 like beam me up, would you be excited? Would you be, oh shit, I didn't do that one thing I was supposed to do. How is this feeling? How is this space for you right now in the present moment? Like with the, you know, trifecta, what is it like right now? The spirit of primal fire, it's, you know, now or never, bitches. Now or never. And this is a really fiery card. I mean, I hate to, but look at it. Come on, guys. I mean, this is a, when you look at this, do you not see Ferngully? Toxic love. Who was that? Tim Curry, I think, did that. So that's definitely primal fire energy. Anticipation. Steph, Rebel, if you ask Sarah, will pull a card for you. Yes, I will. And I'm just going through the chat. It's not like I'm picking favorites. I swear it moves very quickly through 3 different platforms. And so when I just see someone's name and I focus on it and I think, I'm going to pull a card for them. And then they go, she's pulling a card for me. And then we have that moment. That's how it works. So if you are asking, just ask again. If you think I moved over you, I didn't. It's nothing personal. So yeah, Carrie, oh my God, I love that movie. Steph, Brianna, hello, Doug. The shofar 16th was Yom Kippur. That's true. Rocky Horror, I know, right? Pick me, says Doug. Ooh, Doug says, pick me, Doug. You have been chosen. Boop. Doug. I just remembered somebody told me to remind them then, and I heard them yelling like, don't forget me. And then I felt bad. But this is for Doug. Doug. Ready? I love this card. Fortitude. And for Rebel, or was it Rebel who asked? You can go to paranormalsarah.com and get a private reading. Absolutely. Teth. I mean, this is very Egyptian. This is kind of like original Thekla in the Christian space, like self-baptism, self-surrender, being deviant. And they say, you can't do that. And then they said, yes, you can. And then she said, well, I'm going to do that anyway. And they said, you can't because you're a woman. And she said, watch me. And then she did it. It's a bunch of Gnostic scriptures. There was some stuff in there. But think Nefertiti is also on this card. Strength, fortitude, very daughter of the flaming sword, like a Joan of Arc. Very, very powerful, Doug. So when I think about this, I think about a feminine energy that is pronounced in the yang space. So fortitude is something that you have a will and intention. You've thought a lot about it and you're like, you know what? Full steam ahead and I'm going to do this. It's right as it crosses over that meniscus and that fulcrum and like tips over into the space where you're going to be doing of service, doing action and behavior. And fortitude, it's like the lions on here, right? A lot of cryptic signs and symbols. Oh, I love Saint Thekla. She's fantastic. The serpent. Gosh, I was just talking about Medusa today. This is strength. This is, charge ahead. This is, fantastic, powerful. Be aware, not too impulsive, right? D, indomitable. Ooh, yes. Would you be able to share something with me? I'm trying to finish a huge piece of my dissertation and ready to quit. Don't quit! Don't quit. Absolutely. You let me know how I can help and I will absolutely help you. I remember finishing my dissertation and being so proud of myself and it was a huge accomplishment. So don't fall short of that. You can do it. Monica D, I miss the midnight showings usually. Steph, I hope a powerful good one, Rebel. Critty. I love that name. Critty. Hello. Don't quit. Don't quit. Don't quit. Don't quit. Slow and steady for the business. Monica, yes, many people dressed up and sang along. Doug, I would love a card, something that has been weighing on my mind, says Rhonda. Okay, I read through all that as quick as I could. Rhonda. Ooh, Rhonda. Look at. See why I love this card. Very beautiful drawings. Children of the Voice Divine. Zaniel. An angel, really, of money. Lovers and the pronounced love. This is a major arcana card. This is like Hod, the number 8. This is splendor. This is a connection to the divine in like a karmic space, and very, very powerful as far as a reciprocation of love energy. It doesn't have to be romantic, right? There are many different types of love, but this usually is romantic. Let's face it, the Lover's card. It's a good card. Stuff. There's a lot that can be read into this card depending on what it was that you were looking for, but I get a sense that you have an intuition and knowledge of the tarot. So I won't get into the details, but that's a saucy card. And it is definitely one that is saying there is a connection here, there's a relationship, there is an intimacy here, and something that is playing out in a loving and romantic way. Monica, I love the audience participation. Man, I think of like The Room and a few of the other cult classics living in Minneapolis you could go to the theater and be a part of, and it was so much fun. Shelley, card please. Yes. Ready? Ooh, Shelley, speak of the devil. This is death. Now, of course, death does not mean literal, but more so the figurative, metamorphic, catalyst, death, rebirth, change. I love the kind of virgin spaces here. We see a lot of little critters. Oh, I wish there was a tardigrade on here. I love those things. They look like little bears. But there's weird things on here. It'll suffice. There's strange things on here. Broken bones and weird little creatures and phoenix wings. And you know what I think I find most disturbing? There's an asymmetrical skull down here at the bottom that's drawn differently than all the other skulls. And then this skull up here has facial hair. It's not cool. I mean, I love facial hair, but not on a skull, right? Look at him. He's like, hey, look at me. I've done way too much meth today. That's kind of what I get from that. Anyway, this is the death card, and it's very symbolic that there's going to be a great transition, the child of the great transformer. And true, there is a composting, a recycling of something that is coming to an end so that there can be room made for a new beginning, something that's growing new and better. So, I have a beard. Good for you. I don't want one either, universe. But I would like to think in another universe, if I was a man, I would have a beard. If I was a man, I would keep one. Ask her to pull you a card, Rebel. Focus on a question. Rebel, focus on a question. And I've heard Rebel a few times now, so I'm going to assume she's given me permission. We all know what assume does, right? Do, 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 do. Thank you. I would love to see if you could do a private reading. I do. You can go to www.paranormalsarah.com, and I do all sorts of different readings. Now, you guys remember, I do have a master's degree in forensic psychology, so sometimes our readings can get pretty in-depth and on weird random topics. I also work with conspiracy theories and all sorts of different topics in the realm of the paranormal. So people contact me for like alien abduction regressions and past life regressions and things like that too. So the paranormalsarah.com, go there and just go to the shop or services, and you'll see all the things you need. But Rebel, boo, Rebel, are you there? Rebel, there you are. I see you. Ooh, titty's out, orca's out, swan's out, turtle's out. I say that. Hopefully all the kids are asleep in your house. There she be. Man, who did her? I mean, they're not even. The nipples are slightly off, which bothers me. But look at her face. Kind of also reminds me of cat people. I don't know. Look at that whale. It looks like the orcas that are drawn on the old maps, the pirate maps, where the weird creatures are coming out of the water. She's a mermaid lady. She's a siren. She's actually the Princess of Cups. This deck, because it's feminine, the idea that the yin energy is the demonic and evil, which who's to say women aren't crazy, that the knights and men or the jacks are princesses, not knights in this deck. So this would actually be the jack or the knight, but it's the Princess of Cups. So it is the masculine forward, it's the outward, it's eros and infatuation. This is the you going to meet up with that person. This is the Prince Charming going to charge out of the castle and cut the head off of the dragon. This is going to do the things. This is a very active part of water. This is a very active part of emotion, intuition, making the connection happen, hooking the love and intuitive connection like the fish on the hook, so to speak. There's a swan on this card, as we see like swans with their necks wrapped and dancing. They're very intimate creatures. Also the turtle with his 13 and patches of the wheel, like indicative of the season and the changes and the catalyst and like the connection and the deep connection of all things in Mother Earth. And that like some things are just organic, some things are just biological, some things are just natural. And that the Princess of Cups, Princess of the Palace of the Floods, this is going to be an overwhelming energy coming up with this Monday being the full moon in Pisces. Probably going to be like that romantic fling or that energy, that arousal energy is going to come to a head on Monday. So be aware of that. We were just talking about this in another chat, said Rebel. What? There you go. There's your synchronicity and your validation. Ginger, Sarah, can you pull one for Monica? I want to hear about her new man. Ooh, Ginger says pull one for Monica. Monica, pull one for you. Ooh, I know all the things now. I just pulled a card, right? Okay. Monica, ruler of the flux and reflux. No, reflux. I said reflex, not reflex. I don't know. Maybe I did. It's the moon. So this is kind of saucy. This is feelings. This is internal emotions. This is introspection, right? This is menstrual cycles. This is heat waves. This is hot flashes. This is emotions. This is adrenaline. This is pituitary gland. This is oxytocin. This is dopamine. This is the flushed cheeks. This is the moon. This is the cycle of the feelings, but also a fantasy, a dream, something that you've been thinking about or that you have envisioned in your nightly spaces or nocturnal things, things that are hidden, things that are kept dark, things that are, the dark side of the moon. Great album, right? That this is the Pisces full moon. Freaky, right? I just said that. Let me pull the card. Anubis. Oh, I love Anubis. One of my favorite guides. I can't read my own writing, so there's that. Oh, the nape or the eye. Okay, yeah. Genesis 4:1. Genesis 4:1 or 5:9 is going to be the parts in the Bible, right? Monica Yesway. And this kind of, well, I'll just show you again. Look at it. Very, 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 very powerful. I love the scarab. I love the Anubises, there in the bottom corners, kind of like the gatekeepers, like the never-ending story, like all you have to do is kind of wish, right? All you have to do is think, all you have to do is pull to continue the growth of that and to continue to fantasize to let that grow in that space. Hey, and so I think it's really important to just share that. So Steph, awesome. May I have a card pulled, please? Yes, Pepper Jackie. Pepper Jackie. This is this. I can't say too much because it's being investigated, says Lori. Okay. And we working gang. Says, okay. Who did I just pull this for? Man, can I have pulled one, please? Who did I just pull this for? I'm going to have to look at the card. Pepper. Sorry. Man, I just got sidetracked. Pepper. You're very welcome, Monica. Pepper Jackie. Ooh, look at this. Okay. Scorpio. Hercules. Interesting guide, right? Demigod. Part God. Half and half. Knight of Wands. So this is where in some we had the princesses of the yin energies, the cups and the pentacles, the earth and the water. Of the air and fire, you have the knight, you have the masculine, you have that it's going to be a male energy. And here we have like not the pale horse, but the black horse, I think of not Fenrir, but maybe Fenrir, Lord of Flame and Lightning. So he's riding on this horse, Hercules coming in with his flamed torch. It's like Archangel Michael, really. Fire, and the Archangel of Fire is the man of action himself. And Mr. Archangel Michael is going to do whatever. The flame, the lightning, the kind of, it will be impulsive, it will be spontaneous, but that's part of like how lightning is what it is, right? That's why it's so powerful. And thank you, Callie. I love you, Callie. You're amazing. And so this kind of engagement of, I'm going to go out and do the thing. I'm going to use my wand, use the staff. I'm going to go out and conquer this. I'm going to be Hercules. I'm going to harness all the strength that I have, all the power that I have, and I'm going to engage in this. You know what I mean? I think it is so important to know that this is a powerful card of engagement, action, service, even maybe disciple work, discipline, movement, a change of actual space, burning things down, destruction, all the things. Oh my God, the guy I'm looking into is Michael. Yes. This is going to be a fiery, action, impulsive, probably like an Aries energy or that Sagittarius energy, a fire energy of some sort. Probably not a Leo, that's a little bit more stubborn, but this is going to be very passionate. Hercules is very strong and capable too, if those are the things that you're looking for. So there may not be a whole lot of introspection right away, unless you just happen to have a connection like that. Fire is usually hot action. Be careful, right? You can get hurt with fire. But there you go. So thank you guys for sharing my website in the chat room. I really, really appreciate it. Ginger, boom. Here you go. Ginger. I didn't mean to say it like that. Ginger. What are you doing, Ginger? What are you thinking about? The Lord of Swiftness. I really love the art on this card. In particular, the flames and the clouds. It makes me think of Monty Python. It makes me think of the opening scenes of Monty Python. I also really like the weaponry that looks a little seraphim-ish. That's not a word, I just made it up. Eight of Wands, karma. And remember, guys, karma is not an evil monster that like nibbles at your Achilles heel. Karma is that you have become what you have done. You have become what you've done. You did that, and now here you are. And that you've earned it. And if you're prideful of everything that you think about doing, the will, the thinking it through, the knowing, okay, then you're fine. Right? Eight of Wands. Do you know what I mean? Arrows, fire, passion, that it is reciprocated, that it is something that you understand your projection, your power of manifestation, and you allow something to be this. Boom, right? And that you have full capability and control of all of your reactions. You have full capability and control to manifest who you want to become. It's very, very powerful. Lord of Swiftness. A siphon. The Eight of Wands, the Eight of Fire. It's kind of like a bellows, I see, almost like this kind of space going in and out, like a heaving or a breathing. It's a movement. It's a passionate movement. But it's a reciprocated one. So it does include the action of another person, I'm going to assume, in this space, just because of all the hands kind of coming forward, and you have a masculine, here, this is even going to give you some of the signs. There you go. Ginger, very much. Woohoo! That's a fire card. It is, right? Hi, Sarah. Last week's Paul card. Misty, the Starving Portrait Artist. I'll take a card if you please. Hi, Sarah. Last week's Paul card. Misty, the Starving Portrait Artist. I'll take a card if you please. Misty, yes. Don't be offended that I don't remember people half the time or any of the readings that I've done, even tonight. I don't remember a single thing. I think we pulled Judgment and Death already, but the other one, and a Ten of Wands, I believe, or Cups, but I don't remember who they were for. because I can't do that. My brain, it's like an incinerator from Stephen King, and I just can't. It'll go somewhere and it gets burned. So I can't keep that. So I just have given that up a long time ago. Misty, this card's for you. Why do I keep missing the arm? It's like, how do I feel about this card? Hmm. 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 I'm just going to show you. Two of Wands. Man, there's all sorts of cryptic writing on this. Taurus energy, Mars energy. Two of Wands is a collaboration. It is a working of two people. It doesn't necessarily mean romantic, but it means a fire space. So it means the two of you are going to be doing something together. So either it's a collaboration of art, which would be passion, creative, maybe in that art space for you already, or it's going to be that you're like building something, you're putting something together in a structure, you're finally doing the thing. And the Lord of Dominion, I think is interesting that it's listed on this card. I've not written any notes on this card yet, so I know I've not looked it up. So that to me, I always hate because I'm thinking of all the things I know of the Two of Wands, but not specifically what this artist would have wanted me to share. So I'm already like immediately enticed to what the book might say that I don't know about this particular. I gotta look. God dang it. I can't even talk about it and not look at it. There's going to be something very important to hear in this. I just have a feeling. I've got that feeling. What's it going to say? The names of the ruling angels, Vohiel and Daniel, appear in Hebrew on the left and right. A hand grasping two crossed wands, flaming issues from the point of a junction. Each wand is topped with a ram's head representing Aries. Its globe of pointed arrows at the bottom representing Mars. Two small wands above and below, flaming issues forth, the symbol for Aries and Mars appearing at the top, pertaining to the first decan of Aries and Mars in Aries 1 degrees. It means strength, dominion, harmony of rule, justice, boldness, courage, shamelessness, restlessness, sagacious withdrawal. Oh, sagacious. Sagacious? Sagacious? Universe? Hello? Sagacious? Sagacious? Cagacious? That's an interesting word to use there. I got to look that word up. That's going to be like my NLP word for the night. Sagacious. That's fantastic. What deck is this? Said someone. It's the Hermetic Tarot. It's an expansion of the Golden Dawn, Order of the Golden Dawn, which I don't necessarily subscribe to, nor am I a part of. However, I, have been working with different people on Solomon and Hebrew and angels and angel work, and so in reference to the tarot, which are absolutely reference to Kabbalah and sacred geometry and all of those things. This deck has a lot of astrology on the cards, and I wanted to get the deck to see if they were accurate, and so far they have been. I didn't even pull this for anybody. I just pulled a card. That's where my brain's at. Well, let me see what it is, because it's for me then. Okay. That's funny. Who else would like a card? I want a card reading from Sarah. How can I get one? Katie! I hear you make whispers. Yes, I do. Katie, let's do it. Katie, let's do one right now. Katie. Five of Wands, Lord of Strife. Vahevian, the Exalter. Strength of Saturn. The Five of Wands, this is the first high five. The first high five and a of Wands. This is something that you're doing, but you've done it for the first time. You've done this the first time, and whether or not you're going to be going on the second time is kind of indicative of how things are going to be received. This is the like, oh, well, I've done this, and depending on how this settles, then I'm going to do this, which would be the right way to do things, that you don't just, keep going without any stop for feedback or pause or delay. This is the exalter. So it's a celebration, woohoo, celebration, but a moment of stop, a moment of pause. Okay. All right, what am I working with? And then it's like you take that moment to look and have the feedback that you need. And I love this. There's some crocodiles on this, so I'm going to totally think Sobek. There's some lions on this. There's some snakes on this. There's some reaper energy on this because, yeah, you're done with the first hand. In a sense, you're done with something. There's the celebration. Anytime you're done with one thing, it's maybe that there's going to be some sort of a small death or celebration of a doneness, a ritual that you have completed something. Isn't that beautiful? I love the art. I think those look very like Chinese lions to me. The crocodiles, totally crocodiles, by the way, not alligators. Those are Nile crocs, right? The big old nostrils. Very cool. I love the hieroglyphs, the way that the flames are used, the certain energies of Saturn. And Saturn right now is in Aquarius, guys. So there's a lot of rules shifting. The fact that you might have done something that's going to shift the rules or the rules as you know them is really kind of cool. So, sagacious, learning to pronounce or having a showing keen mental discernment. Good judgment. That's funny. Good judgment. That's funny. Thank you for sharing that. Neurolinguistic programming, going into a word, discernment, especially because discernment is something that I work with all the time in the occult and in spirituality. Mental discernment, especially that's earth magic, and then good judgment, being able to put it all together. But sagacious in a way that is shrewd. It's kind of unique. It has a connotation to it I'm not familiar with. Melissa Sharp. The Wheel of Fortune. Rota, the Wheel of Fortune, the palm of life. And this is the Lord of the focus of life. This is a lot of luck. This is a lot of power. This is a lot of feeling like you have a very powerful place of opportunity, of option, of really cool space, Melissa, to say, gosh, I've got all of this potential. What do I want to put into kinetic energy? That you're going to go up, you're going to be able to have 1, 2, 3, however many yanks at the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is also this kind of gambling thing where are you going to wait to pull the wheel? Or are you going to wait till someone tells you to pull the wheel? Are you doing it because there's an audience, like Price is Right? The Wheel of Fortune is that you are aware of the luck you have by just being in the presence of the wheel, that you see all of your gratitudes and you know that you can pick from them is already a place of gratitude, which I think is pretty powerful. The wheel of the palm of life, that it is in the palm of your hand to choose, that is powerful. And when I see this, I also think of one of my spirit guides, Kotle Q, who is a particular goddess that I really love. And I see her in that card. And she's a powerful warrior type energy that also maneuvers through judgment very well. And when I think of the Wheel of Fortune, the Wheel of Fortune, come on down. There is a sense of like, oh, I hope that, my timing is right. Just know that you can yank on that wheel and take from those opportunities as the universe gives them to you. And you can recycle the ones that don't work out, and you can just kind of keep pulling from that. That's really going to be fine. So that card is different than any other too. And the Sphinx image, it also has a Native American wheel on it. So I think of mind, body, and spirit, which I really like. So I've applied to 4 different job opportunities. Wait, I just saw something. For advancement. So it's very fitting for me. Good. That's funny. But yeah, that is fitting for you. Knowing that one of them is going to come into play. The number 10 is on this as a major arcana card. This is a 10. This is going to be something you do for 10 years. This is going to be a decade. This is going to be something indicative of the number 10. October, number 10. All those things for timing. Anyway, hoping everything on my end is okay and that it's not wonky. All right, guys, I'm going to jump off here because I've been on already for 30 minutes. It's getting late and I do have work, a little bit of work tomorrow, not really, but some, and like laundry and things like that too. And I will do my very best to answer any and all questions or comments. If you guys direct message me, if you get a hold of me on Paranormal Sarah, if you get a hold of me on Facebook or Twitter or wherever you're seeing this feed. But before I jump off here, is there anyone else that needs, I try not to use the N word, but if you do need a card pulled, let me know. I'll pull it right now. Brianna says, thank you so much for coming on. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you guys for staying up late with me. It's 12:30 where I'm at here in Central Standard Time, so it might be even later where you're at. So I thank you for joining on. Laura, Lori, I'm going to do these quick. Lori, 6 of Cups, nostalgia, love, going back to a new love, doing something new in the love. Virgo, Lord of pleasure. I mean, we all see that already. AKH, 8 of Cups, Lord of the abandoned success. This is Pisces of the night. This is reciprocation and karma of intuitive connection, love, energy, and empathy. Very interesting. Very cool card there. Brianna says, one for me, please. Brianna D. The Hierophant. The Hierophant, so powerful to the controller of knowledge and philosophy, the magus of the eternal gods, the middleman, the person that's going to be determining the judgment, or the person that might have the key to your knowledge, or who is that, the Alpha and Omega, and remembering that the great I am, I am, is you, and that you get to be the determining factor. You can remove the middleman. You don't have to use anything but yourself to connect to the divine, and that's all you do need. But the Hierophant suggests that manipulation through others or the manipulation through tools can change the power of something. It can be used for many things. So the Hierophant is dangerous, but also just be aware of your guides. Man, I pressed a button and then it ruined things. Sarah goes over astrology of the week every Tuesday. Absolutely. Every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Dogma says, D, yes, please come Tuesday. It's so much fun. Yes, it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Pull one for me, says D. Wait. So many more people said me, though. Thank you so much, Sarah. Anne. Okay. Anne L. Anne Lumen Clippen McMahon. Man, that's a name. Anne Lumen Clippen McMahon. That's a name. Ace of Swords, the beginning of the fight, the beginning of the struggle, the beginning of the, you know what, fuck that, I'm going to go out and say this. This is the beginning of someone has said something to entice, advocate, or spark something in you that makes you want to speak up. And the Lord of the root of the power of air. This tells you, are you sure? Are you sure you know that, Anne? And this is the, yes, I've been sparked into action and I do think I know this. And to think you know and to know you know, validate that before you continue talking about it. But this is that beginning part that you're going to start speaking something into action and being aware of invocation. Thank you, Pepper, Heather. 8 of Pentacles, Lord of Prudence. A lot of 8 tonight. 8's one of my favorite numbers. 8 of Pentacles, the Virgo card again, the Sun card again, flowers. Are those poppies or I think they're poppies. I don't know. I can't tell for certain. Oh, it's late. 8 of Pentacles. Look at how beautiful, though. Aren't they pretty? It looks like those that if you look at them and move your head in and out, that they start to spin, like Gestalt psychology perspective and leading lines. And so I think that this is a powerful Lord of Prudence and just knowing what we see and what we don't see. That love is always around you, even if it's not blossoming or fruiting, right? There's always life, even in the winter or the fall. Just because something lays dormant for a very long time doesn't mean that it's dead or that it's not present, which I think I see in the 8 of Pentacles a lot. So there you go. Is there a Northern Akashic Healer? Queen of Wands. the powerful female queen of fire, queen of the throne of the flame. This is the Athena. This is the cheetah. This is the lioness. This is a lot of powerful Sagittarius. Wow. Energy, also Aries energy, the feminine Aries, which is kind of interesting. And man, there's a lot of really cool. This is like a Lagatha card. I really love her. I mean, I think she's the best. If I could cosplay Lagatha, I probably would. It would be the hair, though, I think. I'd have to really do my hair up. But I love this, the Lord of the Queen of Thrones of the Flame. Manipulating what it is that you're going to do and being certain of what you're going to do. What you're going to do is going to be nurturing, powerful, and maybe even scary to some people, and that's kind of exciting. So yeah. So you guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to jump off here and hit the sack, hit bed. Get up tomorrow, do the workout, do the routine, drink my water, right? Maybe go for a walk. It's supposed to be beautiful weather, and the leaves are changing here in the Northern Hemisphere. So it's going to be good to be outside and just see the last of summer. You guys, thank you again for joining me tonight. Don't forget to subscribe, sign up to the channel, sign up for notifications. It's free. Then that way, anytime that I'm popping in to do readings, I do all sorts of divination, bones, runes, palmistry, graphology, tarot, divination, numerology. I mean, we can even read placentas if you want. I mean, I don't want to, but we can. But I appreciate you guys being here, because when you give me permission to give a reading, someone else is usually watching. I get a lot of testimonials and hindsight, or people that direct message me at the paranormalsarah@gmail or paranormalsarah.com, or here, through Instagram or Facebook. And they will be like, wow, I was too nervous or scared, or I've never, been near or listened to a psychic or watched someone do tarot or something like that. And they find courage in watching and learning from other people. So without you being able to share that, there would be no reciprocation or experience for me to do it. So thank you. Monica said placentas. Yeah. I'll share with you a gross fun fact about placentas one day, if you want to know. It's too late for that, though. It's 12:30, Monica. But yeah, being able to see them, seeing things in like the placenta sac, or like the tree of life that you see on it, and the webbing. People that do encapsulations will also do like pressed art with them, which is kind of interesting and weird. People are strange, like the Doors said. Anyway, you guys, I want you to have a wonderful night. And yeah, if you're interested in a reading, you can always go check out all of that. I also have really cool jewelry and extra cool altar items and spiritual things. Steph says, do tell. I'll tell you next time. How about that? I'll make you wait. I'll tell you next time if you remind me. If I see you in the chat and you remind me to say, tell us your placenta story, and I'll really gross you out. But I won't do it tonight. Not tonight. It's Venus and Scorpio. We'll keep it soft and delicate and not too crazy. We'll wait until the full moon on Monday. But you guys, I will see you later this weekend. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.